Thinking about this occasion, I couldn't help but say to myself, I wouldn't be included with a group of men and women who are being honored this evening without a lot of people helping me during my 48-year career of teaching. Thanks to being the wife of a career Army officer, I had taught 14 years in 8 schools before arriving at the Pleasant Valley School District. But at no time did I connect with a group of teachers and administrators even closely resembling the professionals I came to love and admire at Los Altos. These special people supported me with their expertise and helped me to become the best I could be in my chosen endeavors, in my professional endeavors. Milo Spracklin was my first principal, and he was so positive and supportive. I immediately felt welcome. I'll never forget the class that Mary Oliver, who was our English department chair, asked me to teach. It had been about 6 years since I had taught English grammar, and Mary decided she had the perfect class for me, the gifted class. Okay, can you imagine daily facing these students who I'm sure I thought remembered more about English grammar than I did every day? Well, do you know what? I found out I knew more than they did, and I remembered more than they remembered, and they knew less than they thought they did, so things weren't so bad after all. The Los Altos staff trusted me and supported me, especially when I was running one of the Pleasant Valley School District speech tournaments, the league tournaments, or when I took over the leadership of the school improvement program, or when my speech kids were running a 2-day holiday boutique, or when we were doing a speak-a-thon from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. I remember how the new teachers on staff looked when I explained that for the next 3 afternoons, there will be approximately 1,000 elementary youngsters coming in through our classrooms to deliver their speeches. And the whole affair will be run by 12 and 13-year-olds. And they did a wonderful job. As the school improvement coordinator, the day that I suggested to the staff that it would be nice if each teacher would develop an elective which we could run on a weekly basis to make the kids at Los Altos really excited about being there. Well, I knew I could count on them. The this staff was really second to none when it came to their care for the middle school student. When Principal Ralph Alamillo let the kids know that they were going to be able to select one of many different electives, the attention of the students and the excitement of the students was sky high. Just think, they had the opportunity to sign up for such things as West Coast swing classes, journalism, tennis, special cooking, gymnasium, nature classes, calligraphy, and the list went on. 26 teachers at Los Altos meant 26 choices for the students. It may be surprising that I never really had any early desire to be a teacher. I was 16 when I started classes at a lovely little private girls' school in Belleville, Illinois. Most of my classmates were from Chicago, and they were especially interested in the medical field. Actually, just the mention of pressure points in a first aid class brought me to my knees, so I knew that medicine was not for me. Those years, there weren't very many choices. That's a long time ago, of course. There weren't very many choices for careers for women. However, my dad felt that I should be in business. And so I started a college business course, and I got the first D I had ever had in school. So I decided that business was not for me either. My great aunt was a teacher principal, And she had told me that, I just said, well, maybe teaching. My great aunt told me that this was very serious business. How right she was. She told me that I could not consider myself to be a real teacher until I had had 5 successful years in a classroom. I didn't let her down. By the way, I was 4 years older and 6 inches shorter than most of my students my first year. After the 5 years of teaching, Lieutenant Richard Bjork and I went to Germany. That was our assignment for 3 years. And 3 years and thousands of miles and 3 babies, I was back in the classroom in Wertheim, Germany, actually. I had the opportunity to do some theater teaching, and then I discovered my real passion. I wish my dad could be here with me tonight. You see, he was a Cardinal fan, and he certainly could relate to this Hall of Fame. As Tommy Lasorda said in his 1997 Hall of Fame speech, and I quote, "This is one of the greatest things to ever happen to me in my lifetime. I've been fortunate enough to win many awards, but they come and go. But the Hall of Fame is eternity, and I thank God for it," unquote. Personally, I too thank God. I thank my parents, my family, my teachers, administrators, the people who supported me along the way. A special thanks, of course, to Darren Parent and the committee that worked with him. We all appreciate him so much. And my thanks to my former students who came this evening to support me. I really appreciate them. Thank you for this honor.